and why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Coach, we're about 15 miles or so west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in the Arizona suburb of Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here we go. Waiting. I'm scared.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Wentz. That's complete to John Ross. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth rounder from Stanford. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you do.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards and a Panther first down.
First down, Panthers.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
On second and 9, Wentz. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. DK Metcalf with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Succop, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check. Great 57.
On second down and 4, Wentz going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. It was Jordan. Throwing on second down. Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after one. On second down and 4, Mayfield. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Set. 20.
Third and long for Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Waiting. Hey, other side, solid. Watch block, motion, block. Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2, kill.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. On first down, Wentz. This will be caught by Brown. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
61, matchbox, lights. Sunday.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Carolina.
6 guys, check 6.
This is Love. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Alert!
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Touchdown, Carolina! DK Metcalf on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 38.
Recon, 132, 500.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Get ready, get ready.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards to pick up, good enough for an Arizona first. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Just like that. Kill, kill, kill. Trey 15, Trey 15.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Go. 280. Go, go, go.
They'll run it with Jones. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Second and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing is Wentz. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 7.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. A final shot before half for Wentz. Sliding up, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, 180. 59. All day, baby, all day.
On first down, here's Love. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Love again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Mayfield to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 25 yards that time. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Here's Jones. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will tie us at 24-all. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Check 26, check 26. King.
Mayfield off the play fake. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Samson Ebukam. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, here's Love. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. With it is Brown. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now It's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these.
He's got a man, complete, 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Panthers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Now a first down carry by Jones. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pilot, 64, weak. Sunday.
To throw, it's Wentz. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
80 weapons.
Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second and 11 now. Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Go. 52, Mike 52. Army. 357. Check it with Mike 52 right here. Down the man inside. Down the man.
Wentz going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He'll find Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Panther first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20, and down to the 16-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Jones. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
Check.
Wentz to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 4. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Arizona, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.